everyone, Melody here. I am going to be talking about songwriting today, and it's because a lot of you have been asking me question after question about how I write, what that process looks like, and how someone who's never written before can start writing. So we're going to be talking about that today, and I really hope that you enjoy it. So let's just go ahead and get into this. The first word that I would like to bring up in this video is history. History is key to writing. You cannot expect to sit down at a piano and just write the most incredible song that will change the world if you have never written before. It's very rare that that happens. I'm sure there's some prodigy out there that's done that. But still, what I am saying, you have to build history with the art of writing. You have to be willing to put time out every single day to build strength in that area. It's super important. I've been writing since I was 15, so that's about 5 years now. So I'm just a 5-year-old in the whole world of writing. So I'm still learning, but the most amazing thing is that while I am still just 5 years in, I have built so much history with just writing songs, whether they're good or bad, just writing something every single day, or trying to anyways. There have been a few times in my life where I've just kind of put it aside and given up on writing and then come back to it, and that's okay too, to have that kind of process. But I would really encourage you that if you want to just dive into songwriting and be able to write songs that you really hope can change the world and can impact people who hear them, start writing something every single day. Build that history. And that doesn't necessarily mean write an entire song every single day. That's not what I'm saying. Write something, even if it's just a phrase. Just a phrase. You have no idea how many times I've been just driving down the road and I've been inspired by something that I was listening to or something I've seen, and I would just get one phrase, and then a couple weeks later I'd go back to that phrase and a whole song would just come out of that phrase. Things happen like that really often. So I just really want to encourage you to build the history by writing a phrase a day, writing part of a song a day. If a whole song comes out of that day, fantastic, do it. But be willing to take aside time to actually build the strength of songwriting in your life. If this is something that you really want to commit yourself to and call yourself a songwriter, you have to write. That's just how it works. So that's the first thing, history. The second thing that I would like to tell you is honesty. I'm the kind of person that really believes that creatives are the ones that shape future with the songs that we write today, with the art that we create today. Because generation after generation, people are inspired, people are moved, and people find definitions for the things that they're passionate about through songs and through paintings and through things that they are drawn into by honesty. Me personally, I want my kids to listen to their mom's music and be able to encounter God, and the only way I can do that is by being honest in the things that I write. Sometimes the only way that you can get through to someone is through a song. There are things that you can say in music that can't just be spoken to someone. Something about music just weaves its way through and settles into the heart of the person. I want someone to listen to my songs and hear hope and hear joy and hear peace, even though I might be talking about something that was really difficult at a certain time of my life, but through honesty, they can hear how I overcame it just through how I'm singing it. And so if we're able to write songs that are honest and give definitions of God and the goodness of God, or any other subject, we have to be willing to tell our story through the music, to tell things without being afraid of how it sounds, not being completely confined to rhyming. It doesn't have to rhyme every single time. Seriously, just be honest with the things that you write. Don't write through filters. Don't stay locked up in a cage of what everyone else thinks a song should sound like, or by the rules of what someone has set in place to keep people from writing what's real. So many songs lately. So Will I, Nothing Else, With You, House on a Hill. There's so many songs that when you listen to them, they're completely They're so simple. It'll just be someone's voice and a piano, and it'll be so simple, but you will just be completely wrecked by the end of the song, because what someone is singing is honest, and what someone's singing is telling their history, telling their story, and giving you just a piece of that so that you can be inspired to tell yours and to be honest in your writing. And so I think that a lot of people just need to receive that and take that and just put it into every song that they write, because if we would do that, it would just really shift a lot of things and it would change a lot of hearts. So that is the second point that I wanted to make. There's one last thing that I would like to talk about in this video. So far we have covered history and honesty. The last thing is humility. This is, I think, something that a lot of songwriters struggle with, because the songs that we write are precious to us. They're not just words on a page or notes on an instrument. They mean something to us, and so when someone comes in, let's say, a co-writing session, if someone comes in and says, I don't think this is the final product, I think there's a lot we could do here, and we could build on this, and we could change this phrase and change this melody and do this and this and this and tweak it here and all these different things, which they might have good intentions, but a lot of songwriters struggle with letting people critique their work and not be offended. And a lot of times the root of that is pride. So what I would really like to encourage my fellow songwriters today is to just let that spirit of humility just settle into who you are as a person. If we would apply humility to every song we write and to every session we walk into, imagine the creativity that could be birthed out of that place. If we didn't just hold it to ourselves and thought that we were the best songwriter and the best singer and nothing could ever get better for this song because it's mine and I don't want it to change and you don't know what you're talking about. If we would just partner with other people's giftings, I think a lot of amazing things could happen in the songwriting world, and I think that is happening right now. I think there's a special anointing to write honest, beautiful, life-changing songs, and a lot of them come out of a secret place, and a lot of them come out of people who decide to be humble and partner with other people who have giftings. You're not the only person who has the gift of writing. There's so many other people that do. People with more history in it, people who can say it a different way, who can play it a different way. I really believe that if we're open to that, a lot of beautiful things can just be birthed out of that. And I hope that makes sense. I hope that everything that I've been talking about in this video is making sense and just really resonating with you. Because whenever someone asks me how to start writing, those are the three things that come into my head that I just think are really important to know before you dive right in. Because if you take those three things with you into every song, you're just really opening the door for a lot of beautiful creative things to happen. So that's really what I wanted to cover in this first video, and I would love to make more videos on the topics of songwriting and just what that process looks like. Maybe even write a song on camera or something, I don't know. But I would love for you to just stick around and check every single video out that we upload over the course of time. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. I post a video every single week. Most of it deals with music. So if that's your kind of thing, please join the family. We'd love to have you. But anyways, have a wonderfully blessed day, guys. I will see you in the next video.